All right. Good evening, everyone. Um, I've been absent for the past week, so I just wanted to jump on this evening because it is Sunday, and normally we have a Q&A, but I've been busy. A lot has happened over the past couple of weeks, so I just kind of wanted to have a little chat with you. Really, it's also um, the 10th of December, which means that we are a couple of weeks out from Christmas and staring down the barrel of 2024. And so I have thoughts that I wanted to share. And I thought this will be a great opportunity to be able to do so this evening. If there are questions, I can obviously take them as well. But yeah, I've not uploaded anything for the past week because I haven't had any internet coverage. You guys probably know. I live in the countryside, so I hate it when I do lives and the video is all pixelated. And looking at the feed right now, it's not that great. But let's just put it this way: I had another provider lined up to take over the services, and they just completely ballsed up, and I had zero broadband for literally most of last week. So I've had to kind of like go back to where I was with Sky and try and get a different package, which should give me better broadband speeds. But that is yet to be seen. But that's where we are. Also, in the past couple of weeks, I had a crash. Well, someone crashed into me on the way to Nice for my birthday. That didn't happen in the end. We ended up coming back home, so we didn't go get away for my birthday. And then, literally, that happened on the Saturday. Was it the Friday? The Saturday 2 weeks ago. And then last week, I won an award as well. So it's been a very kind of a mixed couple of weeks. Um, and yeah, I'm now at that phase in December where I want to switch off just to kind of like get myself recharged for 2024. This time last year, I had literally just started the process of penning the book, like the manuscript that went to HarperCollins for the book to be published. And that took a huge concerted effort. It was 3.5 weeks of just stress, very little sleep. And so this year I want to do it differently. I want to switch off completely. So I wanted to do this because yeah, I've not been around, as you guys will have noticed. And with 2024 round the corner, I've also had some thinking to do about next year, thinking to do about the podcast, thinking to do about the direction of the channel, what we're doing here, that kind of stuff. And I still haven't fully crystallized my thoughts just yet. But yeah, I'm going to be making little subtle changes in the new year, and you'll probably notice some of them as we get into the new year. I actually talk about this on the podcast tomorrow that will be out, and the podcast tomorrow is going to be the very last podcast for the year for 2023. That is going to change significantly, I think, at this point, if I can pull off what I'm thinking in my head. And I just wanted to kind of maybe just share some of the stuff that I talk about in that podcast with you guys here, because this will probably be one of the last videos that I'm going to make on this channel this year. I hope to be able to down tools by the 20th and do nothing. And since I've not been on for the past week or so, yes, the analytics, the views have gone down, but I just want some peace over Christmas and New Year's and not have to worry about uploading to keep the channel views going and to keep the analytics going. And yeah, I just want to switch off. So this may be the last video that I upload for this year. And if that is the case, I wanted to just leave you with some final thoughts. First and foremost, show some gratitude and say thank you, and talk about something that I am doing next year that I hope will help some of you. So this year's been a little tumultuous, I would say. There's been a lot that's been going on. This year we've covered more of what's going on in the economy. I guess on the channel, inflation, interest rates, they've been a big conversation point. Mortgages, they've been a big conversation point. And I've kind of gone where the news has gone. I think that there is an air of perhaps people feeling as though there is a little bit of security in 2024. And I just want to give a a warning based on what I'm hearing and based on what I'm feeling right now for 2024. Don't get too comfortable just yet, because the interest rates that we've seen this year kick up, increase because of the Bank of England base rate, which are going to be transferred into mortgages. A lot of that is going to come home and actually materialize in 2024. So if you have a mortgage that's coming off a fixed rate, you're going to see higher monthly payments. If you are renting, it's likely that you're going to see higher rent payments as well. And I don't think people have necessarily grasped that entirely. Um, and people are still thinking that, we're going to see interest rates come down quite significantly in 2024. I just don't see that happening. I think that we are still going to be in a range of about 4% once all of the dust has settled on this, really, to be honest. And so, look, the main thing I want to leave you with here is, whilst you're enjoying Christmas with family, with friends, and you're kind of, letting your hair down as you should, please keep one eye on what's happening and what you need to do for 2024. Try and be proactive in your thought about that now. There's nothing worse than starting the new year than figuring out, oh, hang on a second, I need to fix things. Don't do that, please. Be proactive with it. And even if it is a case of you have something in the back of your mind, write it down. If you can just go back to that list, that note, once a day for 5 minutes, just to crystallize your thoughts and be pragmatic, right? If you know that, debt's a big issue, write it down, debt issue, and think about what you need to do and just note those things down. I think that's really, really important. It will help you psychologically be prepared for the fact that you need to take action. And action obviously is often the hardest thing to do. To take. Now, in the new year, what I have just launched is I'm going to be doing a 6-week book club, and this is purely based off feedback from people who have messaged me, who have read my book, and have said, "Look, it's great. I've read the book. There's lots of practical things in there, but it would be great if you had a book club where you can walk people through all of the practical exercises in the book." So across 6 weeks, starting at the week of the 22nd of January, we're going to be going through all of the practical exercises in the book. There's a lot of stuff that I've actually prepared that is built for this 6-week program, but we're looking for a cohort of 20 people. And we're going to be covering everything. We're going to help you kind of like build out your goals, because that's one of the first things that we cover in the book. So your goals for 2024. We're then going to go on to your budget, to your financial management. How are you going to structure your finances for the best in 2024. We're going to get into debt. We're going to run an extensive exercise on that specifically. What debt do you actually have? And do you need to structure a plan around it? If you do, we're going to help you structure a plan around it. We're going to get back into your finances to try and help you build some kind of financial barrier. One of the things that has astounded me this year is the fact that, this year specifically, consumer debt has gone through the roof. People using credit cards, overdrafts to plug their monthly expenses, where things have just gone out of control. We're going to look at that specifically. So how do you start to build some kind of financial barrier, even if you are also trying to pay down debt at the same time? We talk about investing. And for those of you who haven't already aren't, I guess, maybe too up to speed with how investing works, you're probably still at that ground base level. You will also get access to my investing course for beginners as a freebie thrown in with the book club. Then we're also going to talk about credit scores, and that is going to be particularly useful if you are in 2024 or maybe even 2025 looking to get on the property ladder. Your credit scores are very, very important. It's a big part of the book that I talk about. So we're going to go through practical exercises each week. There will be a set of things for you to do, and the idea is, having a group of 20 in a cohort, you're also going to meet people who are like-minded, who are going to help you stay accountable to the things that you say you're going to do in week one. There's a lot of stuff I built. There's going to be some behavioral assessments in there. It's going to be awesome. What I will do is I'll pop a link to it in the comment section. I'll pin it. Go and register. 20 is all we're looking for. The idea is, if we have success in the first cohort, we'll run another cohort 2 weeks later. So it will always be a cohort of 20 every 8 weeks. So six weeks on, 2 weeks off, 6 weeks on, so on and so forth through the year. So if you're interested in that, make sure you visit the link that I'll post in the comments down below, or just go onto my website. If you go onto my website, petercomalafe.com, you click on book club, you'll be able to register there. If it is oversubscribed, what will happen is you'll go into the wait list for the next cohort effectively. And look, it is the end of the year, and this year, from my point of view, it's been a mixed bag of emotions. There has been the book's come out, which was a roller coaster on its own. To see it do so well, become a bestseller, has been just a dream come true. Honestly, I never thought I would publish a book with the likes of HarperCollins, the second largest book publisher in the world. I never thought that would happen. That was a big tick, a big dream come true. Doing more stuff on Channel 4. I mean, Stats Pack Lunch, that ended last week on the 8th, the last time that show will be live. I'm extremely proud to say that I did a full year on that show as a financial expert. That right there is a dream come true. When I started this in 2020, I was hoping it was a pipe dream, really, to be on TV talking about what I do and sharing the stuff that I share on the channel. That happened this year. And it's been a roller coaster of a ride. Has it been perfect? No, it hasn't. I think a byproduct of me doing the TV work has meant that the quality of the stuff on the channel here has kind of dropped a little bit. It's been an uphill battle. It really, really has. But I'm thankful for the journey either way. But what it has done is it's kind of it's made me think about what I want for this channel in 2024. And it's going to be about getting back to basics, focusing on the content, focusing on trying to be as helpful as possible. I think the appetite of how people consume this kind of content has changed from 2020 and 2021, for sure. So I still have to figure out what that looks like in the new year. You know what they say, if you're doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results, that's the definition of insanity. I need to do something different. I've got some thoughts already, but I'm going to have a real brainstorm on what that looks like for 2024. What can I do different? What can I do to set myself apart to really help the channel grow? Because the growth this year it's been tough. It's been hard. I'm not going to lie. It really, really has been hard. The past month or so, we picked up maybe about 3,000 new followers, and that's a byproduct of one specific video. So I need to delve deep into that. But ultimately, I just want to say thank you to you. Thank you for always being here with me on live streams, for always being here on Q&As, for always watching the videos, for always commenting, for always sharing. A lot of this stuff, although I look at it in the context of 2023, wouldn't have happened without you. I have to go back to 2020 when this all started and think about the bigger picture from there. We started with zero. We're at 47,000 now, just over 47,000 subscribers. And every single one of you matter, really. I mean, you guys have made my dreams come true. That's the simple fact of the matter. And I never would have been able to do any of this I wouldn't have been able to do any of this without you. So I am eternally grateful. My goal for next year is to build on this and to be as helpful as possible as a resource for you to make better financial decisions. Feedback would be amazing. What are the things that you want to see more of on the channel? Are there particular topics you would want me to speak about? What would you find useful on the channel? It's really important for me to know this. If I don't know it, it's hard for me to narrow down. I've got thoughts of my own, but it may be a complete and utter miss to what you want. So please do share. I would appreciate any feedback, whether you want to give it here in the comment section, whether you want to message me on Instagram, whether you want to email me. Please give me your thoughts, because deliberations are underway and will be under the way over the next 2-3 weeks. But seriously, guys, I just thank you so much. Like, really, thank you so much. None of this would have happened without you, and it's just still amazing that I'm able to do this. And 2024 is going to be year number 4. Like, it's crazy. It really, really is. And yeah, it's amazing. So thank you, guys. I'm just looking at the comment section right here. Um, yes, Joshua, I'm feeling really, really good, thanks. I still have a conundrum with the car. The car is pretty much going to be a write-off, and that for me means that I've got to make a financial decision. I'm actually going to do a video on what I've decided to do. I don't want to let the cat out the bag, but the car at this stage is probably going to be written off next week. And knowing so, I've already made a decision of what I am going to do. So I want to do a video where I kind of explain my decision, the things that I've done, why I've chosen to do what I do. Whether I upload it this side of the new year or at Christmas, I don't know just yet. It might come in the new year. But yeah, that's been something that's been really stressful to deal with. I mean, just dealing with insurance companies is just an absolute nightmare. I mean, seriously, um, it's not been pleasant. Let's put it that way. Um, but we are healthy. That's the most important thing, and no one is hurt. And I think that ultimately, we can replace a car, but we can never replace our health if we were injured in that crash. So I'm eternally thankful. I really, really am. Had a stiff back and neck for a short period of time, but that's by the by when you consider the bigger picture. So thank you, Josh. What's your prediction for interest rates on the 12th? I think. Well, that's this week. I'm going to try and do a live on that. I say, see, this is where I get conflicted because I say I want to do nothing. My sign off date is the 20th. So I'll probably do a live on that, but I think they're going to hold interest rates. I don't think that they're going to raise them. I think they'll hold where they are right now. Let's have a look at what you're saying here. Thank you, Nick. Appreciate you for that. More in-depth budgeting videos would help. Lawrence, duly noted. Thank you. Citadel, no changes in percentage rate. I think that's kind of echoing what I've just said there. Amelia, all the best for 2024. You will nail it. Thank you for sharing your knowledge with us this year. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Such an honest, reflective talk. Thank you, Peter, for sharing your inner thoughts. I would love to hear about people who have been through financial struggles and have overcome them successfully. That is definitely something that I'm thinking about and is already in my notes for next year. So, yeah, that will definitely be coming along. And I've already got one or two already lined up. So, it's not just about knowledge, it's about inspiration. Because I think, again, you can give people all the knowledge that they want, that you want, but you have to take action and you have to be inspired to take action. So that's one thing that I am acutely aware of and one thing that I really hope to deliver on in 2024. But thank you, guys. Look, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. And I will be on next week. I've got a lot on. If I'm not, though, have a good Christmas. Enjoy your new year. And I'll speak to you in 2024 if we don't speak before then. But thank you so much for this year, guys. I appreciate you so much. Cheers.